And we're gonna build the copper and Caterium section here. And I think I'm gonna do it over here with the copper, since the Caterium is coming from over there. The Caterium's gonna be over here. So we're gonna go for the copper. Hold on, I need to figure it out. We need 4 smelters. 4 constructors for wire, which leads into 1 cable constructor. And 1, 2, 3 constructors for the copper sheets. That's pretty much it. That's all we need. So let's do like we did before. Let's see. Let's go, since we have so much space here, let's do 1, 2, 3 from there, 1, 2, 3 from there. So we start here with a smelter. And then we can place the second one. We'll leave a little gap for funsies, since we will have a lot of space to work with here. Okay, constructors. We're gonna leave... Should we leave it 2? We'll leave a 2 wide gap. Can I get up there? I want to be on top of my furnace. We'll leave a 2 wide gap, since we can. So bang, bang. Bang. That would be for the wire, okay. Oh, my ankles. That'll be for the wire. And then these 2 are gonna merge. Oh. And make our beloved sheets. And then we need... How much wire going into... We'll need 2 wire going into... the cable machine. So let's merge these 2 together. And we'll build a constructor here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the wire. And then 1, 2, 3 for the sheets. You guys need to be set to make copper. Then we get a splitter. 1, 2. And that's gonna be 30 split 2 ways into 15. That's correct. We are out of iron plates. Ouch. I should find a way to get down from there safely. Then these 2, let's merge them here. And then split them equally over here. These are still gonna make 60. And then 60 split 3 ways is 20 per. That seems correct. Bada bing. Grab ourselves a merger. Merge 60 wire per minute to make cable. We'll merge these 2 over here with our 60 wire. And then we'll merge these 3 for our 30 copper sheets. And send them off to storage. And then we'll have Caterium coming in from that side. Caterium is really small. We need 2 smelters and 2 constructors. We'll just take a smelter here. another one here. Take a constructor here. And another one here. And since we have to split 30, 60 to 30, these are going to make 12 per minute? No. Is it also 10 per minute? Yes. So these are both going to take 30 per minute to make 10 per minute, which means when we go into quick wire here, our target production is going to be 50, which takes 10 per minute and makes... Oh. You are off center. I was wondering which one was off center. Copy that, paste that. And then we'll just place a merger in front of this one. Merge the two together, and then with a Mark II belt, send it off to storage. It gives us a lot of space to mess around with over here in case we ever want to do something over there. And obviously we'll need a splitter somewhere here. To make this work. That's the whole Caterium and copper. That was quick. That was quick and quicker. Well, that's the last of the quickness there's gonna be, because we have to do the biggest section yet. And there's gonna be a lot that we need for it. Oh my, this is gonna be a task and a half, I think. What we're gonna do with this last section, we're gonna make modular frames and we're gonna make the smart plating for the space elevator. And actually, for the modular frames, as far as I know, they're a very important item. They can be crafted into a lot of things and they're needed for a lot of construction stuff. So I want to make 10 per minute of it. And that's good because I can use 240 ore per minute, and we still have 3 unused iron nodes so far. One of them, which will be thought to produce 160.25 per minute, will be used to make 5 smart plating per minute to get like a clean number there. And the other 2 we're both going to use for the modular frames. We are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 smelters to start us off, okay? Then we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 constructors. Then we're gonna need 1, 2, 3 assemblers for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assemblers for the modular frames. 1, 2, 3 assemblers for that, and 1, 2, 3 for the smart plating. That's the amount of machines we need, not to mention the amount of Mark II belts, the amount of splitters and mergers we're gonna need. It's just the machines. We need 174 reinforced iron plate, and we're not producing it yet, so we're gonna have to handcraft that, which is gonna be a task and a half. At least we can slide all the way down our tower, which is cool. Okay, we have a lot of space to work with. So let's start off with the smelters. We'll go 2 off the edge here, 2 off the edge here, so we'll start there. If I'm happy with that. Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then let's leave a 2 gap for the second section. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that leaves us with 3 space over here. That's fine. Two, 3, 4, 5. In front of the last one here. One, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll go to the other side. We'll be doing a lot of manifolds here. 1, 2, 3. That'll give us a total of 7. Then we need to make 60. How much rods are we producing? 15. 45 of that needs to go to screws, so that's these 3. And the 60 from here will go straight to the assemblers. Yeah. So from these, we'll do a 1 block gap. Oh, I messed up on these. Hold on. You can make that like so. We don't need a lot of space for the splitters here, I think. So we can keep that open. Then output this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 making screws. Which then means assemblers. Here. Maybe this one nice in the center. Grab ourselves some lifts. These need to make the reinforced iron plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be... Oh, look how close the bird flies. Maybe we can incorporate that into the build. Make like a circle it flies through, you know? If we can. We'll need to work with some underclocking here. So... I'm pretty sure you all just need to be on full blast, making iron. Let's see. How are we gonna get all of that out? Let's grab a merger. This will be the first one here. Then that's 60. That's 90. And that's 120. Is that correct? So these guys are going to make plates. And they only need to make 90 plates. So 20, 40, 60, 80. And then this one we can output 10. Which means I need 30, 60, 90, 120. Ah. 115. No, 135. So we need 30, 60, 90, 120. We need 15 from somewhere else. $30, $60, $90. Oh, that's perfect. No, actually, that's perfect. We grab a splitter. And we make the splitter here. And then we add a little lift over there. We add a little lift in the last one here. And then we can run. If I can line it up. Okay, Mark 1 belts. So that will take 15 from these 30 here and send it over to that constructor that needs exactly 15. Perfect. And that's perfect because the other side needs 105 iron, which is 30, 60, 90, plus 15, 105. How wonderful is that? Okay. So, this one is gonna merge this way. This one is gonna merge that way. And this one will have to merge this way. We're out of plates again. So let's go grab some of those. There it comes. Can we jump on it? Oh, it's probably still too high. Ha! I love that. It's flying like right over our base. I love that. Okay. Splitter. 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 Mark 1 into all of these. We'll have to do Mark 2 down the middle. This one's still 30 though. With 15 from here. Let's connect all these before we forget to do that. We'll need an entire Mark II line though. This is 60, then we need Mark II line from here on out. And we also need to place some splitters here. Classic manifold. Okay. Now, these are all making rods. 15, 30, 45, which is perfect. These are making 60, which is also perfect. Let's grab ourselves some mergers. And merge this way. Thankfully, this can all be Mark 1 belts, since we're producing a total of 45. Grab a splitter and run that along here. And then it's gonna encroach a little bit. Get that nice and tight here. Or we could leave a little gap so that in theory somebody could walk through, but that works. So that's gonna be 45 rods coming in here to make screws. And as always, we're gonna underclock the last one to 50%. Not always, but... Oh wait, I'm having the wrong recipe on. That's awkward. That's why it doesn't make sense. Now let's figure this out. We have 40 per minute in each of these. So we can do the thing we did before. We grab a splitter. And we split 20 from this one to each of these on the side. Which will allow them... So this one will put 60 in there. This one will put 60 in there. And then we need this one to put 60 in there. So we can do this one to 20. And then this one to 40. And we'll merge these two together. So each of these are producing 60. Bang. Love it. And the plates we're making, the 90 plates, they're all gonna go in here. So grab ourselves another splitter. Put them across here. That's 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So that's 20, this together will be 40, this together will be 60. There we go. We can actually walk through here a little bit. You know what? Let's stick with that motif that we can walk through this stuff. And we'll just add one of these here, and we can walk through here, okay? I gotta make sure to connect all these. Make sure to connect these. And then we need to merge. Merger. since this will be producing a total of 15 reinforced iron plates. Before we feed that, let's figure out what we're gonna do with this. So these 4 are all making iron rods. And since this is our walkthrough, technically, let's merge it close. How many rods is this producing again? 15, 30, 45, 60. So we can stick with a Mark 1. So we could either go this way or this way. Let's do that. And then I guess we make the... Since this is already raised, we can keep the other one low. And then we'll just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me a bunch of splitters. And then we'll have to run a line. And this will allow us also to run a line of mergers here. Don't know which direction though. But probably this direction. Since we have this raised, we can just run a line of mergers here and then somewhere to a lift that takes it to the storage. And then let's do this one. We're actually making a manifold with reinforced iron plates. That's gonna take a few millennia to fill up so that the last assembler actually gets enough reinforced iron plate to constantly be active. That's the one downside of manifolds, especially big manifolds with items that take a while to create. They take a ton of time to fill up. But that is this section for the modular frames done. Actually, it looks a lot compacted than I thought it would. Now, this is the section for smart plating. For the actual thing that we need for the space elevator, what we see in the top right here. And this one we have to work with overclocking and with underclocking actually. So, because we're only bringing in 116.25 iron, we're not producing the full 120. And we're gonna have to feed into one of these less than the other ones. But first of all, what we want to do is we want to split the iron ingots that come out of here. We need 45 to go one way, and we need 71.25 to go the other way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a splitter here, and we're going to do what we did earlier before. So we take 30 from here, and we split it into a merger over here. And I think we'll have the merger go this way. So 15 will go this way, which will create a perfect 45 that we will need to feed into a couple of constructors for plates. So we'll take a merger from here. We'll put the output forwards. And we'll place one here as well. So now we're merging 30 from here with 15 from here. That gives us 45. And we need to get to 71. So 45 plus X equals 71.25. It can't calculate that. But we can do 71.25 minus 45. That's 26.25. So this one needs to produce 26.25 iron ingots per minute. Combine that with the 45 from here, 30 and 15. Gives us the correct amount of iron to produce our screws. Well, our rods. Okay, so we're merging it from there. So let's get our constructors. Let's give the inputs on this side. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excuse me, how did you guys get up here? Well, that sounded awful. I feel bad now. But look at the bird! It flies so close to our factory. This is gonna be fed by all of our lovely iron that comes from here. Bang. And then it comes out. Some of these are going to go off into the assemblers immediately, because we need some of the rods to make rotors. And some of these are going to go off to make screws. We need 20... Well, let me check that I'm not wrong. We need 25 per minute to go off into the assemblers immediately. That's 25 per minute, which means one of these does 15. One of these does 10. And then we can merge the two of these. And send that 25 off into the assembler. Which means we have 4 at our disposal to make 46.25 rods per minute. So we get 15, 30, 45, and then the last one does 1.25 per minute. Is that correct? 15, 30, 45, and then we only need 1.25 to get to 46.25, right? 15 times 3 times 3 plus 1.25. 46.25. Yeah, okay. Connect all of that up with Mark 1s. And then we can add a little lift. over here. And that lift can go to the other side. Over here. Where we will do... We need a gap. And we have our input coming here. And I think we also need exactly 6 here, so... Oh yeah, since I placed and deconstructed some of the constructors, the numbers are off. Smart plating is a bit weird because if we want to make a nice 5 per minute, we need a lot of odd numbers. And so, what we have here is 2 assemblers making rotors and 1 assembler making reinforced iron plate. The reinforced iron plate one needs 60 screws per minute, and both of these need 62.5 per minute. So I had to figure out a way to make 62.5 per minute and split it, or well, make 127? What is it? 125. Yeah, 2.5, yeah. So I had to find a way to make 125 screws and then get them over there. Our fastest belt only transports up to 120 per minute, so I had to find a way to split it into equal 62.5. The way I did that is we underclocked this constructor to make 5 screws per minute. And by splitting that, we make 2.5 go left and 2.5 go to the right, which then combines with this one, which produces 40, and this one, which produces 20, to make 60 plus 2.5, 62.25, 62.5, which then gets sent with a Mark II belt to this assembler. The other 2.5 goes this way into one that makes 40, and into one that makes 40, which is split. So we have 42.5 plus 20 from this side makes another 62.5. So this one's going to go in a lift with a Mark II belt to this assembler, which leaves us with 20 and 40, which we merge together to make 60, which gets sent into the reinforced iron plate assembler. So that's how we split that stuff. Now we just need to make some more reinforced iron plates so you can actually run some Mark II lines. And then we have to connect this up in the back to feed it into 3 assemblers to make 5 smart plating per minute. Stackable. Can we put that on top of there? Aha! I see. Do that in a second then. Oh, we need to make these Mark IIs. Let's see, is that the correct height? Looks like it. I need a better vantage point. Yeah, that looks correct. I guess so, that works for me. Oh, we can almost reach the bird. Okay. Now we need to connect up the back as well. 1, 2, 3. So I think we also need to underclock these last ones. Since we're doing a manifold, we can underclock the last one to half speed. So that's 221, which makes 5. Okay, well, before we connect everything up, we will have to go through this to make sure that everything is connected, because if one thing is not connected, then the whole system kind of fails. We still need to check out how we're gonna get everything into our sorting. That's also one thing. How we're gonna get the stuff back down here and sort it into all these containers. That's also something. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 8 of A Satisfactory Experience. Like I promised last episode, we did finish all the production lines in the factory. Now it's just up to figure out how I'm going to get the stuff to storage. I have to set up the syncing line, and we still need to unlock some research for that. And how we're going to get all the resources to where they need to be, and some general decorating. I'll talk about all of that and do some of that stuff in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. It really helps me out. Subscribe down below so you don't miss any of my future uploads, whether it be Satisfactory, Dead by Daylight, or anything else. Additionally, drop me a follow on Twitch. Link for that will be in the description as well, where I play Satisfactory live while I'm recording these episodes. So if you want a head start on my progress, instead of waiting for episodes, check me out over there. Hope to see you. Thank you guys.